the meaning of Wireshark and how it works. So Wireshark is actually one of the powerful tool, one of the packet sniffer that we use to capture live packets online. It's just like CCTV camera that capture packets online. So that is just basically the meaning of Wireshark. It's normally installed with Kali Linux. It's come with Kali Linux. So, and if you want to install it on Windows, if you want to have it on Windows, you need to install it separately. So it's one of the powerful tools cybersecurity personnel use to capture packets. The CLI, the line interface of Wireshark is T-Shark. That is, if you don't want to use Wireshark, you can use T-Shark. It actually does the same work. Let me share my screen. I'm supposed to use the one for that is in my Linux, but the write-up are very, very tiny. You guys might not see it. So that's why I just decided to use the one here. Hope you guys can hear me clearly.
Yes.
Okay. So this is Wireshark. I will start capturing from Wi-Fi. So if you want to start capturing your packets from maybe Wi-Fi or anything, when you click on this Wi-Fi, you right click, then you will see something like start capturing. You will wait, before you start capturing, you must wait to see signal, something like this line. You must wait to see this line, this zigzag line. You must wait to see it before you can start capturing any packet from any interface. Now I'm going to start capturing from Wi-Fi. So when I click on this, and when I right click, I'll click on start capturing. Now I start capturing packets. If you check down here, you can see that it's capturing very, very fast. And all the packet is capturing is UDP packet, UDP packet, UDP packet. Let me stop the capturing. So if I will now explain everything. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir. We are seeing.
Okay. Now let's go to the explanation now. I said earlier that this is capturing filter here. Can you guys please can you mute or do you still have another question?
Yes, I did.
You say
The videos
I
for the
can't
class,
hear you clearly.
yeah, the video for the class, will they be available after the class?
I can't hear you. Can you type it? I can't hear it's breaking. So let me mute. You can speak. Let me mute so that we speak. Maybe we hear you.
Sir, I was saying that the videos for this class, will they be available after the class so that I can watch it too?
So now let's continue. Now, what I was actually saying before is that this is capturing filter. And what this is used for is maybe to filter the packet you want to capture. Maybe you just want to capture HTTP traffic, or you want to capture TCP traffic, or you want to capture DNS, or you want to capture UDP. You can just use this filter just to save yourself a lot of packet to be captured, or to save yourself a lot of stress. That's when we use this capture filter. And these are the interface where we can capture packet from. We have the Wi-Fi interface, which I'm actually connected to. We have the adapter for loopback traffic capture. This loopback traffic is actually is the interface responsible for maybe setting like time, just like loopback interface, just to set the time of a system, even though it's not connected to internet. So this is actually what is responsible. This yes, this loopback. And this local area network is your own might be different. Your own interface might be different. So if I log into my Kali Linux now, what you actually see, instead of this Wi-Fi, you will see Ethernet 0. Then you see any. That any is actually used to capture any traffic your system is actually connected to. And then is actually used to capture any traffic the system is actually connected to. Either it's connected to Wi-Fi, it's connected to Bluetooth. At the same time, it's connected to local area network. It will capture audio traffic there. So I'm actually going to start capturing from this Wi-Fi. And before you can start capturing, you must wait to see signal. And where the signal, you see this line that is like zigzag like this line. That is the signal you're actually going to wait for you to before you can start capturing, because this is a signal. This signal shows that okay, there is traffic passing through this Wi-Fi. There's actually something going on this Wi-Fi. So let me start capturing, I will just right click, or you can double click on it. So let me start capturing. You can see it has started capturing packets. Now let me just stop the capture. Let me stop the capture. Now I'm actually going to explain all this interface for you guys. Now this interface that my mouse is what we call the packet interface, where the packet to capture are being displayed. This is what we call the packet interface. This is where the packet you captured has been displayed. Now this place is what we call the packet details. This particular place is what we call the packet details. And here, if you click on any packet now, this is the raw data of the packet that was sent over the network. This is the raw data that was sent over the network. Of course, you cannot encrypt. You cannot decrypt this. You cannot decrypt this data because it's actually encrypted. You can't decrypt this data because it's actually encrypted. The data that was captured on this particular packet, these are the data in bytes and maybe in bits. So these are the data. Now let's start explaining this menu here. Now this file here is used to open, maybe you want to open another packet, another capturing, or maybe you actually capture some Wireshark packet before you want to open it. You just open the file, open recent file. Maybe you want to merge capture. This is what we use for it. And maybe you want to close capturing. This is what you use. You want to save it. You want to save as. You want to set file list. That's how you actually use for. Now this let's go for this Go. This Go here, this particular Go is actually used to find packets based on the numbers of the packet that was captured. Now let me show you something. You can see that we have numbers here. We have time. We have source. This source is source IP address. This destination is actually destination IP address. This protocol is actually the protocol that was used. Then this length is actually the length of the data. And then this info is actually the information of the packet. This length is length of the packet. This info is information of the packet. Now, maybe you have captured data, and maybe you just want to check the first packet that you capture. You can just come to this Go. You click on this Go. You click on this Go. You enter, go to packet. Then you can see that packet here. There's packet here. Then you just click on number 1. When you click on number 1, click enter. It will go to the first packet. You can see this is our number 1 packet. Maybe we want to check. The maybe like, is it like, let's check for like 500 number. The packet that is number 500 now. We'll go to this Go. Go to this Go. They will click on, let's say 500. You can see this packet number 500 based on the packet that was captured. This packet number 500. And maybe you want to go to the next packet, or you want to go to the first packet, or you want to go to the last packet. You can just click on this. You can see this is the last packet that was captured when I was capturing this traffic. This is the last packet that was captured when I was capturing this traffic. And maybe you want to go to the first packet. You can see this is the first packet. You can use it, but this Go is actually used when you are not capturing a lot of packets. Because imagine capturing maybe 100,000 of packets, and you want to like check the numbers of the one you actually needed to analyze. It will be very, very stressful. Instead, we use this display filter. We are coming to that. Now, this statistic, what pen tester use in this statistic is this conversation. Is this conversation. If you click on this conversation now, what this conversation does for you is that it summarizes packet that was captured for you. And why pen tester actually uses this conversation very, very much is that it helps us to identify based on the duration of the packet, the byte that was transferred, the IP that is communicating the most, which device is actually communicating the most. You can see this packet now. This one has the longest duration. This one has the longest duration. Now, maybe they call you as a pen tester to come and check why does this packet has the longest duration. What you just do is that you just go to this IP address. You go to this IP address here, this first one, that is this address A. You check which system owns this IP address. And after checking the system that owns this IP address, then you now check this IP address. There's what we call who is in Linux. I wish I'm in my Linux now. I'll just show you that who is. When I check, if I click on who is and I play this IP address at the front, it will tell me the website or the server that owns this IP address. So that will now tell you that, okay, this IP address actually visited this site for this so time. And this is the amount of data that was sent. You can see 2 MB. That was the amount of data that was sent over that conversation. Now let's go to this. Let's go to the display filter. Oh, you guys are understand what I'm trying to say, and hope I'm not rushing it. If I'm rushing it, just call my attention so that I will just. Is it clear? What I just explained now, is it clear? That is for the conversation part and the how to find it. Sorry about that. You can cut the call and rejoin back. And cut it and rejoin. Okay. All right. Now let's continue. Let me send display cheat for you guys before we extend this display filter here. So I've sent it to the group. Wireshark penetration filter guide PDF. Yeah, I've sent it to the group. Now, what this display filter help us to filter packets. Maybe you are looking for a packet now. The packet is actually HTTP or based on IP address, or they give you an IP address that you should chat. You should try to check how many packets does this IP address actually send when capturing this data. So what we just do here is just to I've sent the display filter to you guys to check. So these are the display filter that I will use as a pen tester. Now I just want to check for my IP address. Then what I will do is I will just type IP.addr, then equal to 192.168.43.135. You can see these are the packets the IP address actually sent, and that is what it is actually used for. It saves you stress for you to start scrolling. Maybe you start scrolling down to check that which IP address is this, how many filter does it send. No, it's just what you just come here and just type it. I've sent the PDF to the group. You guys can check it after the class. I've sent the PDF to the group. You guys can check it after the class. So this is what actually this filter is actually used for, just to check, to filter. Maybe now I want to check HTTP traffic. And maybe instead of us scrolling to find HTTP traffic, what we'll just do is just to type HTTP. You can see there's no HTTP traffic that was captured here. So we'll just delete it and go back. Instead of us looking for HTTP traffic, there's no HTTP traffic that was captured here. Now, if you want to start capturing, if you want to capture, this is where you click. You click here to start capturing data. When you are capturing data and you want to stop the capture, you will click this thing will show that you should stop capturing. If you start capturing data, this particular button will show red. And when you want to stop capturing, you just click it. It will stop capturing. How to use Wireshark to capture password of maybe vulnerable sites, maybe that uses HTTP. I'm going to use Wireshark to capture those packets. Now I'm going to insert password and username. And you guys are actually going to see it, how Wireshark actually capture those password and username in a plain text using HTTP. Now let me just start capturing. Let me start capturing. If you guys can hear me, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So I've actually started capturing. You can see this button actually changed to red. If I want to stop capturing, I'll just click it. Now let me go to my browser. There's this vulnerable website that is a test. It's actually used to test anything. Test.php. I'm coming. Let me just share the entire screen for you guys to see what I'm trying to do.